Hang on, I need this. Hello? Hello. How are we? Did you like my little introduction? It took friggin' ages, and it wrecked me radio hair. Hello everybody, you're all very welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. We're here on Freaky Friday flight. That took so long to set up, you've no idea. I was looking well there, wasn't I? I thought I was. Anyway, it's Friday. We made it to the weekend. It's magnificent. It's grand. We're back to normal. There's already gremlins here. The internet went off twice on the way. It's just like, really? It's supposed to be scary for them, not for this guy. But anyway, there's lots and lots of people here. You're all very welcome along. We have a plan for our Halloween Eve evening. So, we're on the ground here at what was supposed to be Sanpetru. But there seems to be kind of a conflict between some nav data and what the sim data has. So to confirm, I'm on a little little runway below in a place called Sanpetru LRSA. That's where we're situated. We're going to fly down or across even the neck of the woods towards Sibiu International, which is LSRB. Then we're going to open it up to the multiplayer, because I know what you guys like. You like the multiplayer. And then we're going to fly down to Cluj International. And when we get down to Cluj, we're going to head up to, hang on, Constantin Manolache Airport. It's over in Deva. And of course we're in Romania, and more importantly we're in Transylvania. So that's who we are, where we are, and how did we get here. So that is the plan. I better say hello to some people. Did you like the state of me mask? I put that on the other morning and scared the living jeebus out of Mrs. Two-Tone. Woke up, was it Tuesday morning? Wednesday morning. Oh no, it was yesterday morning. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. And it was around, 4:35 in the morning. And I did the whole, ninja stealth movement. Put the mask on, lay back into bed, turned over. And when Mrs. Two-Tone turned over to greet me in the morning, she pulled a similar face to this. She was met with this guy, and she was not impressed. Murphy had cold coffee going to work that morning, I can assure you. But anyway, say hello to some peoples. Mountain Biking Rules is in the house, as is Jan Moorkamp. Happy Friday, guys. You're all very welcome along. Peter Pepperman has landed in along with Wayland. How are you guys? Samuel Weeks is here along with Deep Future. Jim Oates has rambled in. Dangerous Brian is also here in the house, as is Ben McClure. Yes, there are some problems with the new patch. We're currently running on 1.10.7.0. And with a bit of luck, we'll try and sort out a few things tonight for you. Samuel Weeks is here. We could have said him already, but I'm too excited. Red Dragon CYM is here, as is Opie the Best. He says, hello everyone, can't wait, indeed. Got Border Collie says, yeah. Causeway04 says, yep, it's jacked already, indeed. Phil Boardman. No, he's not. Phil Boardman. Why do I keep saying Boardman? Sorry, Phil Boardman. Captain John and co-pilot Pickles is in the house. Good evening to you. Yeah, the stream kind of broke, but we're back. We're live. You join us live. Who else? Ed Reed is in the house. John E is here, as is Keen Lafford. G Slayer has rambled in. Ken Shaw 1 is watching us over on Twitch. He says take 2. I know, right? There's sure to be a take 3 and take 4. Let's see how that all goes. Randy Hurst is here. He says, greetings from Tampa, Florida. Got our first cold front today. How cold is it? It actually got kind of warm in Ireland today. It was like 13 degrees Celsius, which was strange. Coley 205 is in the house, as is Dougal McTavish. You're very welcome aboard. Madge C 888 has rambled in. Jepson 2001 is here. He says, evening Murph, looking forward to the flight. For a bit of fun, I've created a Halloween air race course. The link is in Discord. Might be epic for a multiplayer challenge. Ooh, I like a multiplayer challenge. We'll definitely have a look. Ghost Rider 115 has rambled in, as has... Who else? Ah, Scott Voigt is here. Awesome. How are you, Scott? Boomer Sim Pilot has rambled in. It's Friday and I'm dreaming of a Mooney. The Mooney's sick. It's on sick leave. It's gone back into the workshop and they're trying to figure it out. Although, news in, Coronado did put out an update to say, we kind of know it's broken and we're going to fix it. So, give them a bit of time. Colonel Fork 85 is in the house. He says, super spooky time, indeed. Hal Jor is here as well. How's it going? Joe Blow Photo rambles in saying, evening, two-tone and all. Good evening. It's Count Dracula music, says Dougal. Acronyms and me don't get on well. I know, right? Did you get the, or did you RTFM and PPPPPPP? Indeed. Rodrigo Pinchari is in the house. Good evening. Randy Jones says, hey from Kentucky. Hello from Tipperary. Or is it Transylvania? It's like the Count out of Sesame Street. You know that fella? 1, 2, 3. You know that guy? Yeah. Anyway, we continue on. Samuel Weeks says, no PlayStation was used to watch your streams this week, except Monday due to the screen time free day, says Samuel. Nice. And now I can see all your reactions. Ed says, for the last leg, can we fly to Elvira? We'll have a look, Ed. We'll see how we go for time. Going to support one of the local restaurants and order out a pickup, says Scott. Nice, dude. Nice. And now you're all laughing at the funny mask. Peter Pepperman says, that's absolutely terrifying. Thanks for the nightmares. I know, right? Jim Oates says, it's an improvement, Murph. Oh, God, that was loud. That was like super loud. Careful with that one, Murph. Don't press that one again. Hang on. It should have been this one. That scared that. They were really loud. Annalisa's in the house. Evening all. I'm having issues with Twitch, so YouTube it is. Randy Hurst says, you've changed, Murph. I know. Now you look like a Mooney pilot, says Nick Strafford. Thanks. Keen likes it. You look beautiful. Thanks, Keen. Godden is here. Godden was here. Murphy morphed. Got Border Collies is here. Andy Brown, he's you're grounded for the next fortnight. He says, who let my mum out? Johnny says, you forgot your makeup, Murph. I know. That's what I look like all the time. Indeed. Could be worse. Instead of a warehouse troll, it could have been a clown. Could have been a clown. Yeah. No. Mrs. Two-Tone would not agree. Lockdown Haircut says Red Dragon. That's what happens, yes. Ed Reed, yes, that's not going to bode well for you. Philly Roach says, did you get a haircut? You look different. Indeed. Bad Dog is in the house. He says, hey Murph, happy Friday, hope you're well. He's a great dog, really great dog. Hello Bad Dog. It's all good. Face cam for dramatic effect. I know, right? Causeway says, what did I miss? Nothing, absolutely nothing. John Mathers is in the house. He's Murphed into Murph. I like it. I approve. Catbat9 is here. Who else? It's a busy night, this one, isn't it? Who else? Mountain Bike and Rose, we said hello. Alison is here. Good evening. Drone Spatial is here. As has Servas rambled in. Happy Friday, guys. It's nearly Halloween, which is cool. Scotland 737 Project has rambled in saying, absolutely terrified now. It's a scary mask. Oh, wait, it's Murphy, says Jan Fjord. Luca is here. Good evening. But yes, it's full of bugs. Me, that is. But as I said, we're here in Romania, in the region of Transylvania, a place made important and kind of special, but back in the late unpleasantness. Apart from the medieval history of the region, from what was his name, Ivan and all these guys, Ivan the Impaler and all these mad devils. Bram Stoker's Dracula they used this as the setting backdrop of where he was from, and then of course he rambled over to London. But yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? We shall see. We'll have more stories about it. Andy Blasson has rambled into the room. He says, hello, how are you? Buzzards on the Road is here. He says, have fun all. Say hello to the Count and Frank. Who was Frank? Was it not the Igor or Igor? Maybe I'm mixing them up. I don't know. Luda says the sim is already crashing. With mine crashed too, so don't feel too bad about it. Samuel Week says, many thanks for mentioning my name twice, Murph. It's 3 times now, Samuel. We're flying. Hal H is here. Good evening. Botsing has rambled in. There's loads of you here. It's a Friday night. Sure, what else would we be doing on a Friday night? Fly Darren has rambled in saying, "Evening Murph, you have a big welcoming party waiting for you at LRSB. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun." Ryan Thruffall is here. He says, "Hey from Glasgow. Hello from Tipperary, my dude. You're very welcome along." Chester Hernandez has rambled in. He says, "Hi from, is it Delft in Holland?" Yes, very nice weather here in the Netherlands. But hello, Chester. You're very welcome along, dude. KG Moose is here. Top of the afternoon to you. As is Bruce Harris. War Hamster. One money. Two money. Many thanks to Jim Oates for the host, my dude. Keen Lafford reports 199 days until the Eurovision. It's getting close. That's more scary than anything. Care85 has rambled in. Top of the evening to you. Scott says, "Do we need to play some Monster Mash?" Straight away you feel like dancing. He did that. No, we won't sing it. But yes, Irish Aviator is here. The count from Sesame Street will be the count on how many times the stream takes. We're on 2. Valstom is here, as is Fly Kudos. He says, "I'm new. Congratulations, and you're welcome along, my dude." That's an improvement, Murph. Shots fired. Shots fired. 500 nil. Yeah, shots are fired. But it's okay. We'll get over ourselves. Nathaniel is here. Happy Spoopy Day, or is it Spooky Day? Doug McTavish is here as well. How's it going? Kean V, or is it Kean 5? Well, we'll go with Kean. Or Cyan. Could be Cyan. This is Murphy trying to read now. That's scary enough. Extreme Crisp is in the house, along with Centurion. Vijay Art is here. He says hello. Hello. Russell Scott has rambled in. Gary Cowie is here. There's loads of people. What are you all doing? Donald M. Good evening. He says hello to all. Hope everyone is having a great day or night. Indeed. But yes, this neck of the woods, as I said, we'll hop down now. You're probably tired of this view. We're in the Cessna. As I said, the Mooney is it's in the workshop, getting fixed. Scott Briggs is here. He says, the patch broke the whole sim last night. OMG. I don't think it, well, I'm not sure if it did break the whole sim, but we got to check it out. I'm going to go through some settings quickly just to show you. There are some sensitivity issues happening, and I want to figure it all out. So I'll show you now really quickly. Matt Walsh is here, as is a Curlin Kerr. Cool, dude. You're very welcome along. But Modern Tornado has landed. So, Causer says, "Are you going to stick with the Cessna for the whole flight?" We shall see. So we're over in Romania at a little airport, Shunk, LRSA, and I'm flying over to LRSB in this spooky. Anyway, enough of that. More of this. So we'll hop into our little. The scenery looks nice here. I always say that. Look at the state of the scenery, but it does look nice. The sun is trying to do its thing. Hang on. Wait. Feels warmer now. That matter says, "Resetting everything to the default settings sorted mine." Interesting. Monkeys is here. How's it going, dude? Time and weather. So the time I'm using is 16:47 local time. The weather I have is the SoFly presets, and I have it done to big and bold, a bit like myself. So let's hope that the stream behaves itself, and we shall see. Marco van der Zwan is here. Cool. It looks nice though. Pilot NGB has rumbled in. So I can see everyone's kind of chatting amongst themselves, which is always great. Big Shot Muffy is here. So yes, it's freaking out. So what I found, what the Keane says, "Murph, you dressed up as my Irish teacher." You're getting homework for the next 12 weeks. But basically what I've seen so far with the update, it has fixed a few things. It has created a couple of kind of strange things. But I'm going to start by going into the options, because some of you might be having issues. If you go into options, you have 3 headings: general, assistance, and controls. I want you to focus on your controls and go over to any of your joysticks, or doesn't matter what it is, but you have this icon up here above me. It says sensitivity. It's for the sensitive things. Click on that. They've added in a new slider. You now have sensitivity negative and sensitivity positive. It is vitally important, if you are having issues with your controls, these two guys got to match each other. So if it's minus 50 on the top, it's got to be minus 50 on the bottom. That's just important. Why? I couldn't tell you, but it's important. And mine are set for, this is for my joystick. So you'll see, I have this programmed whereby the sensitivity, as you can see the line moving here on the left one, that's very sensitive in terms of very small movements. And then if I have to go all the way to one side, that's going to fully turn the yoke. I'll show you what it looks like inside of the aircraft. But by setting it to minus 50, I have that effect. It's rare that you would ever have to turn your controls on a full lock. It's like you wouldn't do it in a real airplane unless you're in big trouble, or if you were maybe testing it on the ground. Yeah. So when I fly, I have this nice range of gentle flying from here to here, and that's about roughly 50% of the travel distance on a joystick. And it could be the same with the yoke. If I need to go like, well, hey, the last small bit of movement, the impact it has on the controls is savage. So if you look at if we look down here to the yokage, this fella, hope you can see it. Hang on, we'll try this button. So if you can see it, so if I start off with the left, see how slight and slowly that moves, and see how it goes nuts then. So the initial, and there's a good range of play on the joystick, just moving it like this. Yeah, and then it goes bananas. That suits me down to the ground. So that's what I go for. It depends on your own hardware. You know, it might be slightly different, but that's it on my settings. So if you're unsure about it, be sure to ramble over to Discord. We can talk about it a bit more. I know Jim Oates has been helping out a couple of people as well. So just to be aware of it, it's all there. Now, we don't want them lights on, and we'll get rid of this big light. Oh, you broke it. There we go. Turn these guys on. Other things to note in the update, they've added a new graphical option. So go into your graphics, and I recommend you do the following. See this motion blur? Turn it off. It absolutely eats resources from my initial testing. So I'm not sure they're going to patch it, but turn motion blur off and you shouldn't have any performance degradation, if you like. So that's what I do. What did we change? Did I change anything? You didn't save your changes. Discard. Okay. Anyway. So we're going to get our little machine started. Then we're going to say hello and thanks to the many people who support the channel. And then we're going to get out of here. Does that sound like a plan? So we have a good start on our engine. In our little mixture here. We're going to wait for the avionics to power up. We're going to reset our heading and barometric pressure. And we'll sit tight here for a moment. So it's time to say hello. So yeah, if for whatever reason, if I don't catch you on the chat, bear with me. It's a busy night, but I'll catch you soon. So if I don't read out what you're saying, just type it in again. And then we'll see what happens. There's the avionics started. So before we go any further, I just want to say, I want to say thanks to a lot of people, and we have subscribers and followers and people who are always here every stream without fail. You guys are here, and keeping me company, and I absolutely I love that that you guys do check out the channel. It's fantastic for me. It gives me great bragging rights. But apart from that, no, I am super grateful, guys. And we also have a number of members who are paying contributors to the support of the channel. So I just would like to acknowledge them and show my gratuity to them. So we have 3 different tiers. We have flight crew, co-pilots, and pilots in command. And then we have another one, She Who Must Be Obeyed, which is Mrs. Two-Tone, who has joined our Discord server. So dot your T's and, cross your T's and dot your I's. So I'm going to say hello to the flight crew, for which we have Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, Ludos Regum, Major Butter, Simon Bevan, WB1990, Tarvu Tarvuti, Hal Jor, Rudiger, Burned Barsh, T-Man Gaming X, Jack61, Papa Joe B, Dougal McTavish, Bartman7490, Ethan Short, and Andy Shaw. Thank you all so very, very much, my dudes, for the support. I really do appreciate it. Ooh. You can't see it, but like it is a red drink. Pudgy General is here. That's a great name. As is, it looks like George Foster. Good evening. Kendra has rambled in. How are you? So yes, next we have the co-pilots. And these are the same on YouTube and of course on Twitch. So a big shout out to Cole, Jan Moorkamp, Chippy A, Mountain Biking Rules, Ryan D. Walker, Dangerous Brian, Rob Lewis, Scotland 737 Project, Madge C 888. It could be Major C 888. I keep butchering that, dude. You just got to tell me. Who else? Andrew Brown, Dazza T Arab, Sean Leo, The Vidya Crusader, The Burko Flyer, Bad Dog, Warhamster, Avio Man, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen, Philip Breen, and Brian Sprain. Thank you all so very, very much. And we continue on with the Twitch people. We have Adam Jacob 995, Neon Jedi, Annalisa, Ibuprofen 007, Mr. Chippy, Captain Bombasso, Ailerons into Wind, Fugros 1, KG Moose, Storm Talker, Colonel Fork 85, Samantha, Cool Sax 98, as Nothing Personal has just subscribed. That's a great name. Andy Brown 7, Wayne Prefontaine, Big Shot Muffy, Big Ears 60, Glenneth 74, Brother Low, and Geek Brun Lee. Thank you all so very, very much, my guys. I really do appreciate the support, and you're absolutely fantastically awesome in every which way of the word. Thank you. Aviation Nerd has rambled in. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have our pilots in command, the highest tier. And a big shout out to these guys. We have Ailerons into Wind, as well as being on Twitch. We have Sticky Rice 82, Dan, Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Mark O'Gorman, Jim Oates, Ed Reed, and Colonel Fork 85. As Fuji General has just subscribed. Many, many thanks. So you're all absolutely fantastically awesome in your own individual way. I just want to say thanks because I genuinely appreciate it and appreciate you guys. You're all very good to me, and well, you keep me company. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here on my own, wearing that mask in the darkness, singing "Hello, Darkness, my old friend." So with that said, shall we go flying? So we're going to get some lightages on here. Pitot heat, yeah, we'll turn on. Why not? They say, why not? I do believe I'm on the runway because it's a grass strip. Let's see here now. It's a grass strip, right. So flaps should be already set to 1 notch, which they are. Now to Transylvania. Jungle Sane is in the house. It's kind of very moody looking or something. And it could be a dark flight. Did you see what I did there? I saw what I did. But it could be dark. So we'll see how the new lighting things work. We do know that the lighting got a upgrade within the sim. eCore says the Soulfly Weather Preset Pro looks nice. It's €6 in Orbex store. I really do like it. I think it's fantastic. As Mr. Foster Crosser is now following. Many, many thanks, my dude. Good evening. Happy Friday and happy Halloween Eve. Scott Foy says, a shameless plug for those interested, we may be doing a Murphy gathering at Oshkosh in 2022. Start saving your money now. Indeed, indeed. Our plan, or the plan, we're going to hopefully try and get over to Oshkosh over in Wisconsin in 2 years' time. And, sort out your own flights and accommodation and all that kind of jazz. But the idea behind it is, well, I hope to be there. And a good few of our American friends hope to be there. And, it'll be interesting to do a meetup. I might even bring this guy. We have to give him a name. Cat Bat has become a member. Many thanks, my dude. We have to give you a name. No, a name. We give him a... We need to give him a name. So think of a name and we'll give him a name. That's why Murphy never became a... what's that word? Ventriloquist? I don't know. But all I do know is my little gadget here isn't working. Damn you. So bear with me. Do. We can fix things here. That's what we do. Flight attendant. Herman Munster, says Dougal. He looks like a Bill to me. Donald, says J.A. Smith. The Donald. Shall we... Nah, that's a bit now. We won't be making a political football out of this. Lolk. When are we starting? Says Oppie. We're starting now. Right now. Sit back and fasten your seatbelt. So park and brake coming off. Initial altitude here is going up to 3,000. Up you go, you devil. And, well, our flight heading bug needs to go to the runway heading, which is there-ish, kind of, almost. And we're good to go. Ecor says Douglas. I like the name Douglas. So, power is set. Always when you're taxiing on the grass, keep the nose as light as possible. So you always kind of add a bit of back power. Back power, just pull back in the yoke. There's 40 knots. Coming up on 60 knots. Look out for the trees there, Murph. That was sporty. Okay, positive rate of climb and indicated. Flying Circus Muppet. Although we can call him the FCM instead of the FMC. You could be onto something there, Kendra. Okay, flaps coming in.
Appreciate the comeback, good money.
Russell Scott with a donation. He says, have a treat on me, Murph. And at some point, I want to hear Fly My Pretties Fly. Well, Manny, thanks for the donation, my dude. Really do appreciate that one. With a Wicked Witch voice. Okay, I'll make sure the camera is off for that one. Because I pulled some really weird faces when I'm trying to do a voice. King says his name should be Post Route 66, Murph. Maybe. Fly, my pretty. I know which one you're. I think I know what you're talking about. So anyway, continue on course. Gonna get ourselves trimmed out here a little bit. Mike is in the house. Fester. You see, Fester is kind of a harmless name. This guy is dangerous. You know, put a pair of aviators on him. This guy's going to be dangerous. So 4,000 is what we want to go up to eventually. We want to go ahead and turn on our autopilot. We're going to go nav mode. Altitude we're going to set to 4,000. No, up to 4, please, Murph. In your own good time there, please. That's super annoying. There we go. And we want to climb at 500 feet per minute. Because the Cessna just kind of likes that. As we're going to turn ourselves on course here. Some which way.
Hey, good money.
Dirt Boy Aviator. Or Dirt Boya. Or is it Dr. Hang on. Dr. T-Boy Aviator. That sounds like it makes more sense. But many thanks for the subscribe, my dude. You're very welcome along. JD is in the house. He says, hey, Murph, South Africa here. Nice, dude. Greetings from Tipperary. Ludo says, 7 sim crashes in 2 hours. That's not good, dude. Be sure to jump over to Discord. So I'm going to put up a little link for you. Because these are sound. There's a link to Discord. Be sure to check it out. Philly Road says, vertical speed setting on autopilot doesn't work on the new metric system. Southwest 1972 has subscribed. Many thanks, dude. Happy Friday. Depending on what aircraft you guys are using, the Mooney is broken, so like just leave it in the hangar. It's not fit for use at the moment. So don't worry about it for a little while. Who else? I hate when I miss someone. If I miss someone, just like write it again. Is there a way to roll back the update? I don't believe so. Juan Jose Marino Montoya has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. So who else? Mark Keating said hi, and can you say hi to the young fellow watching, Finn? Hello, Finn. I hope you're keeping very well, my dude. There seems to be an issue with a Discord link. Brian Clark says, Murph, you missed me. Hello, Brian Clark. I almost forgot you. Opti says, what's the info to join? So if you want to join in on multiplayer, we're going to start it off at the next airport. We have 3 rules. No custom liveries, no custom aircraft, and no airliners, please. So if you can abide by them rules, we're going to get on just fine. Which is the plan. Now, let me see. So if I go over to here, invite peoples, invite link, expire never, no limit, and generate. Copy. And if I go to here, try that Discord link, that should work. We hope. We absolutely hope. So, time for some outside stuff. What do you reckon? Luda says, what's wrong with the Moonies? They just need a small bit of work. SK Sun says, where can I get the weather presets you are using? You get them over on the Orbex store. So have a look at Orbex. It should be able to do it for you. They're cheap enough, like they're 7 or 8. That's all. So we'll turn the camera off, jump outside, and check out some of the stunning views. Kendra says, if you have a bit of time, can you tell me about the Ihe Shamna in Ireland regarding to Halloween? Well, this is going to be a good story to tell you. Bear with me, and we'll get you all the information you need. So Halloween, Halloween has come a long way from its origins in Ireland as the pagan festival of, I need to pronounce this right because I'm going to butcher it, Ihe Hammer, which is the Night of the Hollows. Annalisa has given me a cheer. Get yourself in two-tone some barn brack. Many thanks, Annalisa. And oh look, I fixed the alert thingy. Own 593's in the house, as is Whoopi 2017. Avio Man is here. Good to see you, my dude. He says, hey, blue skies. Murph, you're getting busy and busier, I see. I know, right? It's gone crazy. In the ancient Celtic traditions of old Ireland, the Hamna. I'm going to say Hamna. It is Hamna. I was right. I clicked off the link. We get our plane set up here now. Lower that and lower that. And we'll talk from this view. So anyway, I continue. Now pay attention. I'll be asking questions. In the ancient Celtic traditions of Ireland, Hamna was the end of summer and the beginning of winter, and a time of long and cold nights, and for many, a portent of death. As those two periods crossed over, the dead supposedly returned to the mortal world, and so large communal fires were lit to ward off the evil spirits. That's where we get bonfires from, which is interesting. Ina Hauna, says Keen. Good man, Ina Hauna. I mean, good man, Keen. Ina Hauna. Yeah, Halloween. That thing. In America, there was no mention of Halloween until the early 19th century following mass transatlantic emigration by over 2 million Irish escaping the famine. With them travelled the celebration of Halloween and other age-old customs. With such a cultural influence, Halloween today in Ireland is celebrated very much the same as it was in the States. Adults and children dress up as witches, ghosts, zombies, and all kinds of figures, and to go fancy dress parties or to go out trick or treating. And you've heard of the story of the Jack-o'-lanterns. They're all there. So the Jack-o'-lantern, according to Irish folklore, a man called Stingy Jack was sentenced to roam the earth for eternity by the Divil. A ghostly figure of the night, Jack walks with a burning coal inside a carved-out turnip to light his way. Irish folklore began to refer to this spooky figure as Jack of the Lantern, which then became Jack-o'-lantern. Annalisa says, throws a paper plane at the Moonshore's head. For the exact reason I didn't become a teacher. Murph, does it say where the saying, lads, do you have bangers come from? 1980s. We all know that Halloween started with the Irish festival of... It's pronounced salmon, by the way, or saman. Or is it Ihawan? I don't know. But anyway, basically, it's an old pagan celebration for Halloween. Or All Hallows Eve, which then became known as Halloween. It was a time of the year when the veil between this world and the next was at its weakest, and spirits roamed the world. So to put things into context, the Irish came up with it to scare ourselves. It was an old pagan belief, and they used to use a turnip. And then when they got to America, they couldn't find any turnips, and pumpkins were cheaper and easier to cut. So they started using pumpkins. So there you have it. Centurion says, which Cessna we flying tonight? This is the 172. Oh, I don't know how everything looks for you guys, but it kind of looks nice here. As we look at our little map. The map of doom. As we fly along. I'm going to get hours of fun out of this tonight. But yeah, we're flying along nicely.
Hey, good morning.
As the Legates Guild is now following. Many thanks, my dude. When is the game coming out on Xbox? Exact date if possible, we just don't know. Captain John and co-pilot Pickle says, the clouds. I know, right? Peter Tube is screaming. That's Murphy singing at the same thing as the scary music. It's kind of scary out there, isn't it? It's like proper scary. What a sight to see, indeed, indeed. Lukester911 says, Murph, I finally signed up via Patreon after the Alaska stream. Many thanks for setting these things up and bringing people together. I will see you at LRSB. Well, many thanks, Lukester. There is a Patreon set up. I haven't done much of that for a while, but we'll give it a bash. WB1990 says, does anyone have any ghost stories? Ooh, this could be interesting. Turbo Slayer 119 says hello, as does Ali. Good evening, both. David Duggan says, Murph, where are you flying to and from? So we're here in Transylvania. And we took off from a little place called Sanpetru LRSA, and we're going to head down to Sibiu LRSB, and then it's over to LRCL, which is Cluj International, before finally going over to LRDV, which is Constantin Manolache Airport. It's in Deva. Philly Roach says, did they update the terrain rendering? It looks good tonight. They've worked on the night lighting, so the lighting looks a lot more sharper, which is always good to see. So Colonel Fork was testing out his rudder pedals last night. He was flying around Cork, because that's the best place to go flying. It's Cork. He went to Cork, and but the lighting was astounding. It was absolutely super duper and really nice. Randy says, Murph, check out the view in the aft of your aircraft. We have that. Ed says the Microsoft forums have a lot of info updated today. Indeed, indeed. Steve35 is in the house. Loney has just subscribed. Mrs. Teuton said, Murph, it's clear you didn't spend any time paying attention in your Irish classes. You butchered the bejeebus out of it. My curtains have started twitching. Good luck and Godspeed. Indeed, the Legates Guild. Keith says, Murph, I like the Irish colours you have in your plane. How's it done? We have a phenomenal artist by the name of Sir Blackie-a-Lot, our resident Picasso. Motasar is in the house. Good evening. Scotland 737 has upgraded to pilot in command. Many thanks for that, my dude.
Traffic.
All right. Lorena Lopez is in the house. What's poppin'? So we are 17-ish minutes away from our destination here. Then we're going to pick up the Flying Circus. We have strength in numbers. It won't be as scary once all these guys get here. But as you can see, well, I hope you can see from the night lighting, it definitely looks the part. Are you scared yet?
Hey, good morning.
I'll be the Beasts. Hang on, read that in English. I'll be the Beasts. Has just followed. Many thanks, my dude. And Elisa says, not sure if you saw my message earlier, Murph. Just wanted to say, to give you some spooky info. There's a place called Hoi Baciu Forest in Romania. It's known as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. Oh. Lorena says, are you using Thrustmaster? Yep, I have the HOTAS Warthog. This is the new team song to Ryanair. Buzzy Feed says, are you British? No, I'm Irish. Close enough though. Nearly spat out me 7-up. Chan Boz is here. He says, are you down for an in-game meetup? Well, we will be going multiplayer. That music, right? Ian Colton has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Opti says, or OP says, when you're landing? In about 15 minutes, my dude. Samuel Week says, the Freaky Friday flight is amazing. Keep up the good work. Many thanks, dude. It gives me the hibbity-jeebies. It's the Orbex store, Paul. Orbex. Why is there a plane, says Linda. Why not? 15 minutes out. The hairs on the back of your neck should start to rise. You'd wonder what's in those hills, in the forests. Spooky vision. I bet there's some scary logs out there. What are in the hills? Beetles, Murph. Beetles. Kieran Nile is in the house. What do you think of the new update 5? It's not bad. There are some issues, don't get me wrong, but they have made good improvements. Dagron Gaming's in the house, as is Game of Drones. Angry logs with faces. They try to chop them, and if you try to chop them up, they multiply. Could you imagine? It's kind of terrifying right now. I want to suck your blood. Life is a game of drones, Murph. Indeed. KJ says there are some nice new features in the latest update. Indeed, there are. They got rid of the press any key because that was important. KJ Lee is in the house. Ed Reed says, Murph, my guess is that the add-ons are causing most of the issues. I'm running plain vanilla and no issue at all. Nice one, Ed. Dagran says, Murph, what happens if you do, or if you redo 9/11? Well, you get an instant ban, dude, so it's just not a good idea. Can you fly down low to see if the cars have headlights? Yeah, we'll get down low in a bit. Where's the Annie key? I know, right? Oh, hang on, this could be good. Hang on, we need to find, like, terrifying music. This could be good. Error EXE is here, as is Austin. Annalisa, you legend. Spooky vision. Lightning. Did you see it? Get ready for the werewolves. As we fly into the night, there is no turning back. Airport is in sight. Keep our eyes behind us for the moment. That moon looks absolutely spooktacular. Ooh. Dougal Tavish, or Dougal McTavish, begging your pardon, Dougal. Dougal McTavish goes, ooh. I can't go the high. I'll deafen you. Randy Hurst says, I just started howling and I fell out my chair. I used to be a werewolf, but I'm alright now. Anyone else terrified? I'm absolutely... Whoa, look at that. This other music is kind of scary. Autopilot off. Oh, the aviator says Murphy on ultra or high. It's a little mix between the two of them. Welcome to Transylvania. Ah. Big Shot says, have you got your normal upbeat music? With this, I want to be able to sleep tonight. Damon Drone says, Murph, can the 2080 handle Microsoft Flight Sim on Ultra? Most of the time. KJ Moose says, autopilot with Murphy at the controls. This is where the fear sets in. Paul the Aviator says, I'm from Targu Mures, or Morez. It's pretty close to here. Nice. Bass cam on for the dramatic effect. Hear the thunder. Perfect spookiness with a flash of lightning. Indeed, indeed. Aileron says, I'll race you, Murph. Another lesson in the AF350 tonight, I'm afraid. Very good. So, we're just about on final. Did you hear that? So, not to flaps, just get ourselves into a little white arc there. We should be good. It gets nighttime quickly here. And it's bouncy. Aileron says the update has improved a lot. Cool. So we'll just watch our speed as we come in here. So yeah, what do you guys think of the night lighting? Looks nice. Big Shot says I just get in after the update. What have they done to the controls? Yeah, there's a bit of work to be done in the controls. Check your sensitivity settings. Go into your control options, and we shall see. So we're 70 knots on final. We're a little bit. There's no pappy lights here. That's interesting. No 750 unless you have the GTN. It's nice. It looks awesome. Cool. Little bit bumpy. Whoa! Little bit bumpy. So we'll try to gently put this one down. Talk about your atmosphere. Easy does it. Hold the nose, Murph. Hold the nose. And there's touchdown. Okay, finish with the flaps. We have put some scary butter down. Zombies on the runway. Brains. You'd be doing well now to find brains in this head, but brains nonetheless. There should be an exit somewhere. I can see blue lights ahead. Causeway says we need to stick to the rules, aka no jets. Indeed. Why do cemeteries have walls and gates? You make a very valid point. Why is that? Andy Miller, you just put the heebie-jeebies into us all. Modern Tornado says you landed without Pappy. Yep. Andy says because people are dying to get in there. Okay, here's a little exit. Now what's going to be interesting is we can keep it kind of nighttime, and we probably won't see much, and then it's definitely going to be like next to near impossible to see the landings. So what do you guys think? We might dial it back again to kind of evening, and we go for the nighttime approach. Drew Manis is here. Good evening. Yeah, so we might dial the time back a little bit earlier, just, you know, just for the aesthetics. And if you don't like that, we'll do it for the visuals. He's hilarious tonight. Kyle Simmer 1 plays Roblox is here. Good evening. Oh, I like that. That's a great Irish ism, Annalisa. She goes, dusk-ish is good, bright enough but moody. Ed says nighttime sharpens your skills. It does. But then again, you could look. Well, you can't see much. 10 Letters says, yep, evening dusk would be a good compromise. No compromise. But yes, we'll dial it back. So the local time is 1740 hours. We'll dial it back to about 1600. That'll give us a bit of time to, well, meander around. As we taxi over this neck of the woods, look out for the parked aircraft. Our steed is behaving itself, the Cessna 172. John Fiore says, Murph, just want to check if you set the date to the 31st of October. I actually haven't. It's the day before Halloween Eve. Seemingly in Ireland, we're going to have... well, we're due to have a full moon tomorrow, but they're calling it a blue moon. And the last time there was a blue moon was in 1955. So, we're here. So we're going to turn our taxi lights off, our landing lights off. We're finished with our avionics. Strobes can come off here as well. Turn on our torch. I know that drives you guys mental. It's a flashlight, Murph. No, it's a torch. Have our torch in the bad weather. Isn't that weird? There's no one here. At all. Imagine if you just went and there was something right behind you. Like, does that scare you? What if there's something in the back seat? Yeah. You know what I might do tomorrow night? And I swore to myself I won't play these sort of games again, but a good owl kind of horror game. And I'm kind of taking a leaf out of the book of Jacksepticeye because there's nothing funnier than watching an Irish fella plank himself when you're playing a scary game, whereby every reaction is, you know. So we might do that. There's a gone-off sandwich on the back seat. Anyway, I left you in that position. We're going to jump back and restart, because that's what we do. So we're going to go to this screen.
Hey, good money.
Money, thanks for... Who's this? Rick Astley. We're never going to let you down. We'll turn this down a smidgen. Okay. We shall restart. We were talking to that guy earlier on. We need a name for him. I like Buddy. Buddy! Okay. We shall restart the streams. Southend Arts Council says Resident Evil would be a good choice of for horror. Yeah, but that requires so much brain power. Wait, don't open that door, Wesker.
Hey, good money.
WM Flight Sim is now following. Money, thanks, my dude. How do you turn on the instrumental lights in the Cessna? I'll show you now. BMW E46. Silent Hill. Don't think I've played Silent Hill. I don't believe so. So we have a sim booting up here in the background. We'll continue on with our music. Sean Dunn says, not gonna lie, that music scared the Irish expletive, you can use your own imagination, out of me. Hilarious. Rick says, can you go to Area 51? Not tonight. We're in Transylvania. Transylvania. Good morning. More like good evening, says Modern Tornado. I know, right? Oh, so the sim is booting up here in the background. John Morecamp says, you know, the first official written down case of a werewolf in the Middle Ages in Germany was in my family. Interesting. Does that mean you have to stay indoors tomorrow night, Jan? You know, just in case. Jandy is here. Can I see your graphics settings? Sure. Look to the left of the throttle. Yeah, they're just below the throttle. Yeah, 100%. The count would have a field day with the fireflies. Chippy, that's exactly what I'm going for. 1, 2, 3 fireflies. You have to do the yeah. Mohammed says, boo. I'm about to fall asleep. Clouds look brighter after the update, says G Slayer. They do a little bit. Werewolf? Their wolf. Who want to look at settings? Come along, screen. Okay, we'll go into settings. Options. General. Graphics. So these are my settings for all of you guys who might want to know. Yeah, we'll keep the scary music going. So I have it synced to 50 FPS, render scaling at 100, anti-aliasing at TAA, terrain level of detail at 150, terrain vector ultra, buildings ultra, trees and grass on high, objects level of detail 75, volumetric clouds ultra, texture resolution ultra, anisotropic filtering on full, texture super sampling on full, synthesis on full, water waves are high, the shadow maps at 768, terrain shadows at 1024, they can go higher but context shadows are high, windshield effects on ultra, ambient occlusion is high, reflections ultra, light shafts high, bloom on, depth of field high, motion blur off, lens correction and flare both on, generic models for AI and multiplayer on, and the glass cockpit refresh rate on medium. Even you reading off your sound sounds ominous with that music. Indeed. So yes, so to set up the group flight, if you guys want to join, remember we have not one, not two, but three rules. We've 3 rules. And basically, no airliners, no custom liveries, and no aircraft from outside the official marketplace. So we're going to zoom in here. And we have peoples already on the ground. So I'm going to select this little ramp set as departure. And that should load in. And then we're going from LRSB over to LRCL. So we're going to type in LRCL. Let us think about it. And it's this, Cluj, it's Cluj. So that's where we're going. It's about a 30-minute-ish flight. We're going to pick this machine, which is our Cessna 172. If you go to liveries, weight and balance, we're going to increase our fuel. And ATC options, this gives you your tail number. You can put in whatever you like there. Scott says, I can see Mrs. Murphy out there rolling her eyes for this broadcast. I know, right? Scariest thing I ever saw was my result at cooking a lasagna, says Thai Venturer. So, more music. There are ATC options. We're going to go into our flight conditions. We're going to jump onto all players. That's the first menu. Second menu, we're going to go to air traffic is off. Third menu, weather and time preset. We're going to set that ourselves. Irish Aviator says, why not the 182 for deafening effect? Both Coronado aircraft are borked at the moment. They're awaiting a update. So we're going to bring the time back to 1600 hours local. I'm using presets, so I'm going with big and bold, but if you guys want to use what'll look decent here will be scattered clouds and maybe just ramp them up a bit. Cosmo says, when are you going to get Mrs. Murphy on stream? Don't neglect her. Oh dear. So once you have that done, go up to your gamer tag, make sure you're set online. I'm going to jump onto the North Europe server. So you can see servers, if it's on automatic, just click down, go to North Europe, click off the screen, and you should be good to go. Like. Ed says, clouds can be dragged up or down. They can. Do you have group only selected? That could be the reason. The Sattler Man is here. He says, hello from Israel. Good evening, my dude. And hello from Ireland. Flight Pack is in the house. Anyone have problems with the new update? There are 1 or 2 issues. Ah, tasty beverage. There's some moving stuff all around the house. So let's see what's going to happen here, shall we? I need to do a thing. Oh, too much. That'll do. Traffic, turn that off. Apply and save. Go back. Okay. We're on the ground. Now we wanted lightning for Annalisa. We have many people here. So without further delay, I noticed the controls to that when you first start up as well. They kind of have a case of the heebie-jeebies. But they should be okay. So let me see. A couple of things. Beacon, nav lights, park and brake goes to on, fuel cutoff switch goes to in, mixture to rich. Turn on our fuel pump. We can see a positive read on our fuel gauge here. We'll now stand back and say clear prop, which is there. Let's start on the engine. Avionics can now come online. If you're looking for where your lighting controls are, if you click on the yoke and then zoom in, you have these light panel switches here. And just use your roller ball and move on them. But I like these ones. You can turn up kind of the glare shield or the footrest. I just leave them like that. Now, transponder 1, 2. CDI goes over to GPS, and yeah, we should be good to go. So our current altitude here is just under 1,500 feet. We're going to set 5,000 feet. Oh, see the lightning. Holy McMoly smolies. What are you pressing there, Murph? And we can hear thunder. What's this one? Ah, we've music. Kinda low. That's better. Yes. Okay. Taxi lights, strobe lights, heater heat can come on, park and brake comes off. He is going to taxi. So out onto the runway, back taxi, and then kind of out to the right hand side. It's a westerly departure. But the altimeter setting, depending on the aircraft or the weather setting, Google says must be well over 50 aircraft. Oh yeah, so if there's anyone like in the main menu, if you guys can have a look. And we'll do our normal here in a while, whereby any pilots currently flying with us, into the chat, type the number 2, and we'll get a full count on who's here. Most I've seen so far is 56. Yeah, I think 56 was the biggest flight we've had. Hello! Oh dear. Backtrack is the proper term. Indeed it does. What did I say? Back taxi? Backtrack, yeah. Well, they say back taxi over here. Do we need to back taxi is the question. Probably not. We can probably just go straight from here because we're all in Cessnas. So I'm not too worried that we're all kind of crumpled up together. Once we get airborne, we'll fix that. We'll spread out. We'll do a couple of laps of the vicinity, get all the aircraft up and running. And we should be good to go then. We say back taxi in the States. Aha, you see. Backtrack or back taxi. Yeah, I knew it was one or the other. Scott has my back. Right, before we get going there, you guys can belt away. Squawk is squawking, altimeter is set, flaps, we'll go one notch of flaps just to be sure. Lights are on, transponders are on, temperature and pressure is all in the green. We want to reset our heading bug, because on takeoff we want to fly the runway heading as we gain a bit of altitude. So yeah, we're good to go. You guys ready? Good, let's go. 53 is what Kendra has. 53 other pilots. Man alive! Who uses Cessnas, asks, in a nutshell. Everything else is kind of broken at the minute, dude. That's why we're kind of limited options. But the Cessnas are good, they're fun. And they're handy for learning, so. Airspeed is alive. We're at 60 knots. We're getting light. Back on the stick and sue us on styro we go. Yeah, like a lot of the other aircraft aren't behaving well. GA is pretty much what we fly, as in, you know, small propellered aircraft. The bigger jets. Hang on, what? Who put that there? There's like a giant building at the end of the runway. That's hilarious. Oh, it's so funny right now. Anyway, we continue our climb. Getting a bit of altitude here. We're going to jump down to our little autopilot. And we're going to go on. We're going to go to heading mode. We also want to set our altitude. We want to bring that up to, what do we say, 5,000? Going to set that, and we want to climb at 500 feet per minute. That all appears to be good. The logs have evolved. Glad it was dark when I landed, indeed. Can you turn on some background music? What's EDM? EDM? I don't know what EDM is, but I do have background music. So we'll do this, and then this, and then this. Hello, fireflies. Spooky music, right? We're only warming you up. Mendez Lewis is in the house. Happy Friday, my dude. Lewis Blair, CDN Taz. Ah, CDN Taz is Lewis Blair. Normal music. Huzzah. Okay, so we're going to do a right turn, 90 degrees. We're going to head to bearing 360. Or as close to it as we can get without Murphy making a complete shambles. Kieran says, the two-tone flying circus is alive. You're looking mighty. Remember guys, if you're new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday here on Twitch and on YouTube at 8 o'clock Irish time. That's 8 p.m. Be sure to check us out over on Discord. We have a huge gathering over there now. Plenty of people helping along with tech support, sharing all their sceneries, liveries and news. Be sure to check it out. It's awesomely fun. The PHW says, can you continue saying which aircraft you think are broken? As far as I know, it's only the two Coronado aircraft, and it's not their fault. Asobo Microsoft updated the sim. Coronado just need a couple of days to figure out exactly what's changed, and then they update it. Okay, so we're going to go for another right-hand turn, 90 degrees. Heading will be 090. Or as close to that as we can get. In a nutshell says, can you fly a 747? Not really. I'm hopelessly terrible at it. Bill Barrett's in the house. I think around 55 other aircraft. I think the sim is limited. It'll only show, I think it's a maximum of 22 at a time. But if someone wants to go out to the main menu screen, you should see how many peoples are there. Complete with lightning. So another right hand turn, 180 degrees. I thought I turned them on. They still haven't fixed minimum heading change. What do you mean, Doodle? Is it like the single digits? Daniel Booker's in the house. He says, hey Murph, good to come along. Did you have any trouble with the new update? Been up most of the night screaming at my PC. Finally was able to get past the loading screen without one CTD. So Microsoft are aware of a CTD issue on some systems, as are Coronado are aware of the issues with the two aircraft. So they're going to fix it real soon. We're just about to hit 5,000 feet. We're going to go another right turn over to 270 degrees. Benny P says the sensitivity controls are so useful. I hope I can fly the business jets in a realistic way now. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of the jets aren't working. Robert says doing the update now. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed is right, dude. The scenery is looking decent. Modern Tornado says, are the planes okay offline? No. So news in from Microsoft. This is tweeted this evening about 2 hours ago. Update on the CTD issues. The team has identified it and they're going to issue a hotfix, hoping to have it live later today. But that should be good. Okay, another right hand turn. We're going to head all the way back over to 360. Fun Bob is here. I just bought up my laptop and bought a hard drive to manage the storage, but it won't let me install it on a new hard drive. Any suggestions? It's one of the settings where you install it. It takes a bit of work to do. Be sure to have a look at some of the... There's videos released from Asobo how to do it. In a nutshell says, Murph, can you do a Peter from Family Guy impression? Peter. Okay, so I'm going to click back onto nav mode here now. We're going to turn right ever so slightly. We're going to intercept the magenta line. and it's about a 30-minute hop up to our destination, for which we are flying to Cluj International LRCL. Tasman says, I like leaving the radios for the co-pilot to control. They haven't done so. Anyone having the same issue? Yeah, no, actually. Can't say that I have. Ulrich Hansen is here. Ulrich? Welcome, welcome. You can hear the thunder and lightning in the distance. The flying circus is with us. I feel safe all of a sudden. Many thanks to the sub, my dude. Current heading is 025 degrees until we intercept the magenta line. So we're going to make a left turn here very shortly. Look at that. For all the new people, we stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday here on Twitch and on YouTube, 8 o'clock PM Irish time. And be sure to check out our Discord. The link has just gone up in the chat there now. There's always one. He's possessed. That guy there, he's possessed. Here is our left-hand turn. Quick reaction there, eh? Yes, indeed, we are in the Cessna 172. By Darren says, I see bats. In a nutshell says, what happened to the face cam? Well, we don't need the dramatic effect just yet. So we're hovering around a heading of around 347 degrees. Got Flanagan's here. He says, a bit late here. Whereabouts are we? We're in Transylvania. Transylvania. And we're flying around to see what we can see. And, well, the hope is it's going to get progressively scarier as the evening goes on. That's the hope. Abraham Lincoln's in the house. The Pete says your face cam is scary all the time. Tom LeComte is here. Good evening. Jimbo says, Murph, what's your current airspeed? We're about 115. 110 indicated. That's giving us 121 over the ground. Hello. Droning on live says, if one of the planes crashes into another, is it game over for the two planes? No. We played Dark is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Take care in a nutshell. Lucy's here. Hey Murph, left a like. My game is still updating. Cool. Hope you're keeping well, Lucy. In a nutshell, we'll see you again soon, my dude. Many thanks for stopping by. The rules, Robert, if you want to know. No airliners, no custom liveries, and no custom aircraft. Make sure you're on the North Europe server, and you're good to go. The evening is moving on. 20 minutes away from our destination. The scenery is pretty. And Scott says, and rule number 4, don't be an idiot. Kate Laffer says, Murph, did you ever go to Loftus Hall? Wait and I tell you about Loftus Hall. So Loftus Hall, it's a haunted house here in little old Ireland. And it's the story of the devil. And he was playing cards. Seemingly. That's not the right tune. I think it's this one. Right. So, anyway, Loftus Hall. It's a big old, huge house. And the story is, way back when, the family were there. And, you know, you had the master of the house, the lady of the house, a couple of brothers and sisters. And one of the daughters, well, she was kind of the popular one, shall we say. Always had lots of friends, very pretty, always, you know, the first to be asked to dance at the party. So, one evening, on a dark, wintry night, there was a knock on the door. And the master of the house opened the door, and there stood in front of him a tanned, kind of Spanish-looking kind of a guy. He had a black mustache with a black beard, long hair, dark eyes, dark eyebrows, and he was quite tall. And he said that he had lost his way in the night and he needed somewhere to stay. And the master, of course, he was a Murphy. So he said, Arisher, come on in, you'd be grand. And they invited him in. So that night, after dinner, they all sat down in the drawing room to play some cards.
Hey, good money.
Not motor cars, but cards. As Mystery Bus Talker has subscribed. Many thanks, dude. So, one of the daughters, the popular one, she was instantly drawn to this stranger. He seemed exotic, he seemed interesting, from a foreign land, particularly good looking with strong features. So they were sitting at the table and they went to play a game of cards. And the eye contact between this daughter and this stranger, it never broke. She was staring at him, he was staring at her during the conversations. It was all candlelit. And before he threw down his last card, he dropped it. Under the table it went. And the nice looking daughter said, "I'll pick it up," she says. So as she scooched down beside her chair under the table, she looked over to where his feet were. And she didn't see feet. She saw hooves. And she panicked. And when she came back up to the table, when she looked straight into the eyes, he knew what she saw, and he burst into flames and disappeared. Scared the life out of them. And ever since then, she became isolated, quiet, nervous, wouldn't interact with anybody. She became a loner. Wouldn't see her friends, wouldn't go outside, wouldn't even leave her bedroom. And of course, when we were there during this tour, the tour guide said, "We're now standing in the bedroom." And he said the last time he told this story to another group, or sorry, the guy who used to work there told this story to another group. And he said as he told the story, he said one of the kids who was there started crying and screaming, and they didn't know what was wrong. And all the kid was able to say, "Behind the curtain. It's behind the curtain." So we're all sat in this room, and you know, like church pews, you know, like the chairs you get at church at mass, you know, the ones that like break your butt. We're sitting on these, and we're looking across this dark room. They got like mold on the wallpaper. It's dark, it's cold, and the curtains, they're ceiling high curtains. They're maybe 10 feet. And there's a gap between the bottom of the curtain and the floor of maybe half a foot, 6-7 inches. And we're sitting there. And when he said this, everyone starts kind of looking around. And one kid started crying. At this stage, I clenched. And I mean, I clenched. And I tried to focus to where he was gazing. You know when you look kind of side on to someone, and if they're looking straight ahead, you can roughly get a visual reference. So as I turned and I looked, there was a shadow behind the curtain. Now I couldn't figure out really what it was. So with that, the tour all said, "Come on, we're going to go to the next room, and we're going to show you the stairwell." And this stairwell was designed by some Swedish guy. There was 3 of them in the world. One of them was on the Titanic, one was in this house, and one was in some parliamentary building. So we all walked out, and that was grand. But I never forgot saying there was something back in that room. So I let the group go ahead, and I walked back. Now to try and visualize this, It's a dark, colourless room. And as I walked in, you know that effect you see? That like the room kind of zooms closer to you, even though you're not moving?
Hey, good morning.
Many thanks for all the follows and subscribes, my dudes. But as I stood there, the room, it felt as if it was closing in. And this shadow was still there behind the curtain. And as I walked towards it, it moved away. And as it moved away, I ran at it. And it ran out. And it was a character dressed up. And she said part of the gig, she was going to jump out and scare the crap out of everybody. But she saw one kid crying. And she didn't want to do it. But of course, as she jumped and leapt at me, I invented at least 6 new cuss words. Dropped a tear. Screamed. And then started laughing. So if you do ever get the chance, be sure to go to this house. You thought I was going somewhere with that. That's a true story. And on the car ride coming home, because like, you know, my wife and my son, they got, it was scary, like they got proper scared. And I was like, ah, it's all, you know, it's make-believe, there's actors, and it's all grand. And they're like, no, we're gonna have nightmares tonight. I was like, no, you won't. You'll be totally fine. It's you know, it's make-believe. The next morning, it was brought to my attention that I was screaming in my sleep. And when I asked my wife and child, how did you guys sleep? They're like, oh, fine. I screamed myself to sleep. So Loftus Hall, it's in Ireland. I highly recommend it. You can Google it. In a Nutshell says, Murph, do you use OBS? I do. I surely do. Ozflight Simmer's in the house. He says, boo. How's it going, Shane? Happy Halloween Eve-ish. Or it's probably Halloween with you guys now. We're in Transylvania. I was going to try and lighten the mood. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. Because it's getting darker and scarier. But we are here with the Two-Tone Murphy Fireflies. It absolutely was. So in your you know, when you're asleep at night and when you're screaming and in your dream it's like, wow, it's really loud. It's like proper screaming. Right? But turn off that for a minute. When you scream in your sleep, in your dreams it sounds like this. But in real life, and from someone watching it, all they hear is That's all they hear. But in your dreams, you're absolutely screaming your head off. But yes. But yeah, the girl who was dressed up in character, she was like your one out with the ring. If any of you guys saw the ring, there's another funny story, but I'll tell you about that some other time. Lock and Load is here, as is Mark O'Gorman. He says, good evening, Murph. Sorry for the late attendance. Just got back from Wakefield in Yorkshire. Happy Friday. And to you, my dude. Texas One Flyby says, I know that kind of scream. I know, right? Captain John says, it's up for sale for 2.9 million. Is that Loftus Hall? It's a super cool place. But it was gas. Like Mrs. Two-Tone did not want to go there at all, and like we were like, come on, it'd be great fun. Out of the 3 of us, I was the only one who went home and had nightmares for the whole night. How old was my son? At the time, he was 9. So we continue our flight. Randy Hurst says the scenery rocks. It does, right? Osprey Simmer says, yeah, it's a scary day today. It absolutely is. So we took off from we didn't. We took off from LRSA, Sanpetru Airport. We're in Transylvania, in the country of Romania. We then landed over at Sibiu International Airport. We've just taken off from there, and we're making our way down to Cluj International. That's LRCL. It's the second busiest airport in Romania. The first flight was in 1932. The first aircraft that flew there was a Farman Goliath. Google that. It's a giant biplane, passengers for up to 10 people. During World War II, the airport became a military and was considered a very important installation. It fell to the Hungarian and German Luftwaffe, and then in 1944 the Romanians and Russians took it back over. The airport itself now serves a lot of European destinations. It's a base airport for Blue Air and Wizz Air, and it handled almost 3 million passengers in 2019. Ryan Tanner's in the house. Joining on says, very cool stream. Thanks, folks. Off to bed. Well, we'll see you the next time, my dude. Oz Flight Simmer says, very scary, shifty people getting around. But that's pretty normal. So we are about 6 minutes out from our destination. Everything is behaving itself at the moment. We have the flying circus with us, all doing their thing. Phenomenal formation flying. The scenery is pretty good over here. Lock and Load says, Murph, what was the song you were just playing? It was pretty cool. It's called Horizons, and it's available over on epidemicsound.com. Just BRYP says, an Irish accent. Bad Dog says, I remember one Halloween there was a knock on the door and a hideous creature was there. It was the mother-in-law. 1 year. Bad Dog. He's a great dog. Really great dog. So we are a little bit high, so we're going to decrease our altitude. We're going to bring it down to 3,500 feet. The airport elevation is 1,036 feet. 2 runways, we have 07 or 25. So if any of you guys, well, I'm on different weather, so it doesn't really matter. But let us know where you're going. So guys, remember, if you're new here, stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 8 PM Irish time. Be sure to check us out over on Discord as well. Huge channel, a lot of great people there. We have our own little flying school. Big shout out to our moderators here this evening as well. And a particular shout out to Jim Oates, who's been helping some people's with their settings on how to fly. Extreme Crisp is in the house saying, I will be getting this game soon. Nice one, dude. It's a whole lot of fun. Kendra says, we were the dream of all parents of the Halloween tricks and treats in the pharmacy. We gave out samples of toothpaste instead of sweets. But now it's a holiday in Germany. Eek. Scotland 737 says the Mooney has become possessed. I know, right? But Caronado are actively working on an update to both the Mooney and the Cessna 182. Mark O'Gorman says, Murph, are you planning any live streams over the weekend? I possibly am. Airport in sight. I reckon we're going for 2.5. We're going to go to heading mode. The plan here, I'm going to try and get landed first. I'm going to turn on the camera and try and catch you guys. It's 2.6. Aha, it's 2.6. Is it 0.8 and 2.6 and not 0.7 and 2.5? That would make more sense. There would appear to be sufficient parking. We're all counting on you. We're nearly on our approach. Osflight Simmer is enjoying the merch store. Nice one, dude. The things we do. Ed Reed, you're doing a great job, dude. Haters be hating, modders be modding. That's all you do. Keep up the good work though, dude. I'm very slow to get back to you. There's a reason for it. And I can't see out one eye. Face cam on for dramatic effect. I can't see what I'm doing. I can only use one eye. And you guys probably can't hear me. But it's fine. We got this. Go team. That's not it. There we go. We really appreciate it, Ed. You're doing a great job. And I'm wearing a mask and I can't see. I know, right? I know. Anyway, we're trying to land. And I need music. This seemed like a great idea. I can't even see the runway. We're all counting on you. Right, bring our speed back. Great improvement, right? Yeah. This might help with the sound effects. Get to the chopper! We need to get landed right away! It's super great. Really great airport. Great this time of year. It's tremendous. Three-tone Murphy is here. This is the IFR mask. It's like hard mode. You can only use one eyeball. This one is like, it's rendered useless. It doesn't work anymore. Under the hood training. I know, right? I've been using that damn new moisturizer again. It's having terrible effects. Need to keep the hair out of my face. The things we do. Face cam on for traumatic effect. Dan says it makes you sound like Gripper Sim. Oddsfight Simmer says, Murph, you got a great head for radio right now. Can he land it, is the question. I know, right? Was it something you ate? Right, we can do this. Kinda. I'm sure we can. We're on final approach. Runway 28. Yeah, runway 28. First notch of flaps. I only have one eye, so my depth perception is brutal. It's butter time. Grease me up, woman. Grease me. We're getting there. Speed is good. Uh-oh. There's some lightning. We got this. Uh-oh. I've only got one freaking eye doing this. Okay, it's runway 26. We got this. Watch your speed. Watch the rollout and the flare. Gently does it. Oh! Touchdown! Oh dear. Right, get off the runway, Murph. It was haunted butter. 1! Ah, 2! Ah. Right. We're going to stop here. And we're going to check out some fireflies. As we say, wish to that music. We're going to turn on the name tags. You know, because that's we got to see people. Good. We press this button. We zoom this direction. There's Spotted coming in. VV7 coming in. Do something like this. And remember, guys, when you land, just hit escape. Tarnish 42 gives us butter. Here comes the flyboy. It's very hot in that mask. Here's Bodit. Many thanks, Jaybird, for the subscribe. Oh, we got some butter in here. Very nice. Chippy Arnold, Big Shot Muffy, and Piat all inbound. Ollie Bolly has just subscribed. Here's Bad Dog. He's a great dog. Phelan, Flight Pack. Uh-oh. It's okay, Jungles. Uh-oh. He's backing up on the runway. Here comes Papa Joe B. Oh, it's looking nice. Nicely done, my dude. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Broken Daz is broken! Here's Bry Boy. Nicely done. There's lots and lots of people here. Jan Moorkamp inbound. Rad Pilot Randy. Well, he makes it look easy. Screen Fly and Fly Darren. Mountain Biking Rules is down. There's Andy Brown. Don't forget to hit the escape button when you get landed, guys. Nicely done, Jepson. Here's Johnny. Izim is in. Herbie here. Red Dragon. Nicely done, guys. Dougal McTavish inbound. With a cloaking device. There he is. Jet Tech and Deep Future going for the go around. There's Luxor. Nicely done. We got some butter landings here. There goes Big Shot. somewhere. Oh, that was better, dude. Nicely done. Sean Legerman and Ludos. Cool, cool, cool. We're doing well. Benny P. Here's CDN Taz, arriving with the lightning. Keen Lafford, that's an awful idea. I will definitely spill my drink. David Heaslip's in the house. Drop a Vino and HCBR are in. We're in Transylvania. Cormone, I'm in Belfast. Can you pick me up at George Best? I need a holiday. Valstom and Hal Jor, welcome, welcome. Run downstream. There he is. Need face cam for the scare from Mrs. Teuton, says Ed. Ed, what are you trying to do to me? Cat Bat is down. Wild Eagle has appeared. Dangerous Brian says, if you can make your mind up on the runway, I might be able to come in. Runway 26. Here's Big Air 60. Uh-oh. Centurion is down. We got a busy flight. There's Joe Blow. Everyone's landings are fab, I agree. There's Godden. Nice. We want the scary cam. Putting on that mask is scary cam for me. Don't forget, guys, if you're parked up on the ramp waiting, just hit the escape key. It'll give the sim a chance to load in the other aircraft. Ludos is away. We'll catch you on the next one, my dude. Servast says, not gonna lie, holding 110 is wonky in a double prop Baron. Indeed. I might be wrong, but did they update the textures on the runway? I think they did, yeah. Or they certainly look different. Is Dangerous Brian nearby? There's Jam Fjord down. Welcome, welcome. Uh-oh. There's always two. Oh. He died! GTA 555 has landed. Ed Reed says the textures were updated. Cool. I think Brian is sightseeing en route. Jimbo Ireland has become a co-pilot. Many thanks, my dude. Luxa says, Brian's going around. Cool. Many thanks, Jimbo Ireland. Really appreciate that, my dude. And to all the peoples here tonight, thank you also very much for joining me. I'm having great fun putting on and off a mask. It almost rips my skin and I can't see out of one eye. It's great crack. There's Dangerous Brian inbound. Always making this look good. No pressure, Brian. We're all look. I tried to say watching and looking and it came out like looking. We're all watching it. Many thanks, Jibbo. There's the notification. Brian, that is a superb landing, my friend. Nicely done. He's not called Dangerous for nothing. I know, right? That guy is dangerous. So, we have quite a lot of people. As Murphy with the twitchy machine. And a big shout out to Ozflight Zimmer, who's become a co-pilot. Many thanks, Shane. Appreciate that very much, my dude. Well, holy moly. Many thanks for all the support and love, my guys. It's very much appreciated. So we're about to start another flight. And this will indeed be the last flight for this evening. We're going to head over to Constantin Manolache Airport. It's in Deva. So LRDV is where we're going. So I need to do a couple of things. Number one, we'll turn off the little tags because it gets crazy. And that's nice. Now, the time of day, 5, yeah, we'll leave, we'll leave that there for a minute. We're going to go down to our avionics and we're going to put in our destination. We're going to go direct to mode and we want to head over to LRDV. Come back, you devil. LRDV. You can do it, LR. DV. Now, if anyone would like to try and pronounce that for me, well, just let me know. Eric Graydon is heading away. Many thanks for stopping by this evening, my dude. Okay, that is where we want to go. Go ahead and enter. Click on this. Scroll, and enter. 62 nautical miles. That's where we're going. The field elevation is 620 feet. It's going to be about 30 minutes flying time. Had to head off and refuel, says Irish Aviator. Nice stream. Many thanks, my dude. We'll see you on the next one. Jason Vale is here. Nice to see you online. Many thanks, Jason. So yeah, this is our final leg, but we'll well, we're going to have the dramatic effect. Speaking of which, I'm a Murphy again, or I'm a two-tone again. We need a name for this guy. We need a name for him. I don't know what we're going to call him. I mean, look at him. Anyway, ventriloquismisms. Parking brake coming off. I like. We can call him Loggy. Loggy, or Butterface Buttery Butt, or Jim says Three-Tone Murphy. This is going to be fun. Butterface. Odd Simmer. I'm kind of digging the Loggy. Right, we're going to taxi out this neck of the woods, turn around, and then ramble on out again. I think he looks like a sludge. Arnold Von Diesel. Get to the chopper. We have to get there very quickly. What are you doing? We need to go now. Because that's not scary at all. You know, he looks like a walking, talking mask. Anyone feel the Rex weather force is broken? It might need an update as well. We'll keep an eye on that. So make sure our barrel and heading are reset. Bert. We can call him Bert. Bert? Yeah. There's got to be a name for him. It's just... I'm tired putting on that mask. It's like... Well, you know, the face and the hair and, you know... Painful. Right, Murph. You can do a Yui. Wah, 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 wah. Got ourselves turned around here. Even my own chair was creaking. Okay, so our plan. We're going to take off. We're going to stay at around 3,500 feet. We are going to fly the runway heading. And it's going to be a right traffic pattern. We'll do a couple of laps. Until we catch everyone up. Servas says, you should call him Father Jack. The resemblance is uncanny. It's uncanny. We're looking good here. Mixture is good. Go one notch of flaps. Don't worry, Keen. We'll look after you. It won't be terrifying. Okay. Power coming in. Don't mind these guys. They're just they were just in the queue. Jim Oates, Mrs. Brown, Agnes. Airspeed is alive, looking for, well, 55 to 60 knots. We're getting light. And away we go. We're going to climb up to 3,500 feet, fly the runway heading. It's getting that time of the evening again. British Model Airways is in the house. Paul Boardman says... No, he doesn't. Phil Boardman. If I don't say Phil Boardman, I say Paul Boardman. Phil, I'm really sorry. Murph, thanks for the flight tonight. Good night, all. Phil, many thanks for stopping by, my dude. Really appreciate it. And we'll hopefully catch on the next one. Mrs. Brown, told you it was my mother. Alright, so we're going to get ourselves trimmed out here. We're at 1,500 feet at the moment. Speed is looking good. Keep the nose up here, Murph. So we're going to go to autopilot. We're going to activate the heading mode. Behave yourself. And we're going to go to altitude, in which we want to go to 3,500 feet. Go ahead and set that. And our V-speed climb will be 500 feet per minute. Ghost says, is the autopilot fixed yet? It seems to be working alright on the Cessna 172. I know the Coronado aircraft at the moment aren't working, but they're aware of it. They know what the story is. So I would expect a patch out from them guys in the coming days. Tops a week. Because I imagine, it's a lot to do. So we're going to play some music. And disappear us. And look at the fireflies. Hello, fireflies. Black Rabbit is in the house. Good evening. Okay, we're going to spin to the right hand side. Turn all the way over to 360. Or due north. Paul is back. He says, just rejoined your Murph after eating. Where are we now? Taking off out of Cluj. Heading over to LRDV. So guys, if you've any kind of questions related to the sim and we don't manage to answer them here on the stream, because I know our mods tonight are super busy, and again I just want to give a big shout out to all our mods here tonight. Ed Reed is doing a great job, Scott Voigt is there, Stuart Payne is giving us a dig out, Jim Oates is doing a great job, Colonel Fork is there as well. So a big shout out to all the mods here. If there's something we missed, do be sure to pop over to Discord. A link has just gone in on the chat twice. Be sure to click on it, and hopefully we can help you out in there. So new right hand turn over to 090 as we continue our climb here up to 3,500. British Model Airways says, lovely stream, how did you get all the other aircraft? This is the flying circus of the Two-Tone Murphy live stream. Real world players, there's some 50 odd of us here tonight. Kendra is away. Many thanks for joining us. We'll see you very soon. Enjoy your day off. I've never been a mod. I can only imagine it's difficult. But I do appreciate you guys very much, as I do for all the viewers and chatters and visitors into our little stream here this evening. Look at that sky. Ooh, look at that. It's starting to get scary again. Local time 17:13 in the sim. How are the fireflies doing? We have a lot.
Traffic. Traffic.
Scott Boy says, time to go get food. Great stream tonight as usual. Have fun, y'all, and happy Halloween. Well, Scott Voigt, many thanks. You enjoy that food tonight or this evening. Eat well, rest well, and we'll hopefully catch you on the next one. Billy Roach says, it must be frustrating for third-party developers to have the code broken by the patches every few months or so. Yeah, they're kind of used to it. Colonel Fork says, Microsoft Flight Sim needs a SOT with camel. I approve. Who else left their landing lights on, says Jibbo. Probably all of us. Okay, right hand turn over to 180 degrees, which is there. The weather. Fly, my pretties. Fly. We're possessed. The circus is getting possessed. Okay, final right hand turn over to 270 degrees, and we'll fly this until we intercept our magenta line, which is here. Ryan says, I want to hear Murph say, I'll butcher it, dude, and it'll sound worse. But thanks for playing. The music as daytime slowly turns to night. Woo! Colonel Fork, I'd love to say that. Samuel Weeks is still alive. Man alive down here. The weather is getting spooky. Angela's here. Hey, I'm back. I enjoyed my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, Angela. Glad to hear you enjoyed yourself. Okay, guys, going to switch over to GPS mode. Nav it is. We will bank hard left. For the night is dark and full of terrors. 7 Hell's Cat. Big Shot Muffy says the autopilot tried to kill me. It's one of them nights, dude. Emote says, look at that night lighting. I know, right? Look at that for a flash. Should be a moon there somewhere. As he slowly but surely energizes. Billy Rose says, I must have had a few too many when I drove home last night. I don't even own a tractor. Boom. There is, the moon is up there somewhere. We'll figure it out shortly. So we are 30 minutes out from our destination. It's getting progressively darker and we're flying in towards a lot of weather. This could be interesting. Some tidy flying up here. And over here. Tim Middleton said, I died electronically. Oh, I never did this. Let's count the fireflies. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did we say flying? 56? Oh dear. Jer says, this is your best stream so far. The music is perfect. Just like watching a movie. Yeah, baby, yeah. I think the autopilot TBM is taken over by some evil spirits. Ooh. Getting scary again. Demode says, okay, 3 days now. Australian accent, please. As Andres Para has just subscribed. Yeah, g'day, mate. Many thanks for the subscribe there. We're flying out here in Transylvania with all these guys. I'm sure Osprey is probably sitting there going, ugh. I hope that was better though. Lock and Load says, I love your streams, man. You obviously enjoy it. Keep it up. I love this. Brian Clark says, you need about 5,000 for those mountains. You guys are dangerous. Try not to sound Canadian. That was a Canadian. Chris Bray has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Friday. Those who drink Australian think Australian. Australia. I gotta work in an Australian accent. This is like really bad. This is twice Jim has got me. Although I could try and use a wee Scottish accent to try and, you know, make up for the other thing. I didn't know what I was saying back then, but I'll give it a shot now. I jumped over to Maverick 104 stream the other night, flying choppers over an X-plane, and he gave me a shout out at the end. He's like, Two-Tone Murphy, I watch you. I watch some of your channels. Mate, you're doing well. I'm like, Mrs. Two-Tone. That's Scottish accent. Jeffrey Bennett's in the house. Good evening. Centurion says, nearly the Scottish accent. Yes, we can make things deeper as well. Make it sound like we're flying into the terrors of the night. There's something in the forest. We need to be careful. Quick, everyone, get to the chopper. Jake Lusty's here. Happy Friday. Oh, you know, we can try the old English accent. Those who wish to sound like they're from the Empire days can speak well. as we fly into the darkness of the night. We know we fly into positions that have never been seen by man for thousands and thousands of years. No one would have believed in the last years of the... You know that one? Yeah. Ed Reese says this lightning just got so real. I know, right? It's terrifying. You can't speak like this to sound like Trump. He can't express himself in ways that make it believable. Therefore, you have to speak in an accent that makes strong repercussions for those who don't follow the rules. But Gene Lefford, you're very welcome, comrade. Jeez, that was brutal. Where are you going with this, Murph? Muse Fan is in the house. Evening, Murph. Where are we and where are we flying? I think we need to pull up. I got this. All the way up to 5,500, please. Suez on Styra, Marché de Hulle. We're in Transylvania tonight, Muse Fan. Pete says, I'm expecting Scotty from Star Trek to show up soon. She can't handle it, Captain. I'm giving it all she's got. I've eaten too many butterscotch scones. That would be illogical, Captain. Ed says, Elvira is the leggy woman of the night, all dressed in black. Maybe she... Or maybe she can... She, the last... Ed, can you get me an ICAO of that location and we will ramble that direction? Remember, boys, 3 nights and 3 days of hard fight. You will be relieved. My father was a drunk and a fiend. Why so serious? I say that to myself and it scare me. Elvira photos, you'll get it. Oh dear. Oh, it's getting real. The mistress of the dark. It's like nighttime out here. 20 minutes, no, 26 minutes from our destination. We are trying to fight the forces of evil. Get it? Leg? Brilliant. So you are flying in my homeland of Pennsylvania. Think it's safe because you are at altitude. Nothing is safe. Right, scary music, man. It's getting there, isn't it? There's something on the way. Something. I used to be able to do that voice. That was back in the late unpleasantness. Yeah, but it was Dracula's cousin, his Russian cousin. He was in an awful rush. I see dead people. Ah! Why was the airspeed so slow? Because, Ed, Murphy forgot to change his mixture. Because he's an idiot. But it's fixed now, we're getting faster. Jim Oates, Murph, I'm going to say some scary words. House extension. House extension. House extension. You're going to get me into so much trouble. Jim says I'm not allowed to mention the kitchen. We have our fireflies to protect us. Master Gamer is in the house. Happy Friday, my dude. Kitchen gremlins. Skyfly Bry is in the house. Good evening. Ryan Clark says runway 30 is into the wind. Cool. Master Gamer says, where are you? We're in Transylvania. As Dustin Tipton is here. Good evening. Bigger60 says the helis are going to be so much fun in this. I know, right? Uh-oh. He's gone playing some circus music. Mando Rick is in the house. Happy Friday, my dude. He says nearly 200 likes. Nice. Jim Oates says, if you have a clown mask, I am leaving now, Two-Tone. No clowns, please. Okay. Why don't we pull up the handbrake on the music with this and we change it maybe to, I don't know, this? The night is long and full of terrors. The missus doesn't like clowns either, so there's no clown mask, you know. That'd be like DEFCON 1. How does she live with me? I don't know. This is kind of working. 10 minutes out. Fly, my pretties, fly! Valstom says, I hope we have runway lighting. I don't think we do. And my thought process is, we'll have to make runway lighting. This could get interesting. Uh-oh, what was that? Anyone else see that? Night Fright Bryce says, I just opened a bottle of champagne and almost made a hole in the ceiling. James Crick is here. Great stream, Murph. My VKB Mark II joystick bricked after installing latest firmware last night. The choppers, am I better off getting a joystick with an extension? Yeah, probably. The Blizzard of Oz. So if there's no runway lighting, that means we gotta make runway lighting. How's this gonna happen? It's a trap. It's a trap. Many thanks to Don Pancho for the subscribe. Murphy's typing stuff. I'm trying to find the runway. Demote says, "Don't look behind you." What's that noise in the seat behind? Jim? The hair on the back of my neck is standing up because of you. Real message. Billy Rose says, "I switched to daytime, you won't spot this at night." Yeah, we'll figure it out. Ah, oh, Cat had a CTD? Sigh, indeed. Oh, we are 6 minutes out. This is going to get interesting. Okay, so we got two rivers. We got to land in between two rivers. That is a landmark. Deva, which is the town. The Vas had to go out. And he came back to see a crash to mountain. Oh dear. Jibbo says, "Okay, I'm totally last in for this landing. I'm going to let you guys go first." Danger close. Basim is getting a bad feeling. The suspense is real. What is going to happen? We just don't know. Annalisa wants more lightning. That's a good idea. Shukunk. No fear. There's no fear. Ah! Right. Descend this machine. We're flying into the valley of death. Right, so there is one of the rivers. Let's see if we can kind of make head or tail of this. Here's one river. Here's we have lights down here, look. Oh, Murph, you gotta get way down. Autopilot off. Just imagine a hunting woman's voice singing through the radio, or a haunting one. And Elisa, that's terrifying. No problem, Jim. God loves a trier. So with the lightning, we can't see anything. We're going to edge our way in. Spooky vision. It's looking good. It's down here somewhere. We can do a fly past. We can do this. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Google says to your left. Huh? Warhamster, I'm flashing the landing light at the end of 3-0. Can't see it, dude. Hang on. I see something. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to do some sort of a fly past. Ah! Jeez! Oh, holy crap! Blast you, Ed Reed, and Jim, and everyone else who's asked Mrs. Two-Tone to do that. God almighty! Oh, jeez. Right. God, that's got the crap. Okay, anyway. Oh. Right, I think I'm flying directly over the field. That's just not fun. You can't land in a field at night time. I know we can, but sure, look at it, it's Halloween. Okay, the guys are trying to light the runway for me. Landing lights on, my dudes. I know, I'll circle back. I'm all jittery now, God. Well, that's the main thing, Jim. If it was fun for you, that's all that matters. You know, don't mind my anxiety at all. I'll scream myself to sleep tonight. And that's my real voice. Right, Murphy, turn this machine around. Black Rabbit says, you scare easy, Murph. You don't know the half of it. Right, mind the ground. That'll win. So the moon is there. There's the fireflies. Oh, there's the field. We have it. Lots of flaps coming down. Now you might be saying, Murph, how do you see it? I can't really, but I think I can. I think I can. A little bit high. Come on, Lightning, do your thing. Oh. Full flaps. My lights should illuminate the ground relatively soon. There's the ground. Still the ground. Touchdown! All right. All right. We made it. Great success. We'll taxi over here to the guys. Go away, Ed. Again, before touchdown. What are you trying to do? Alrighty. We're down. We're safe. We made it. We flew to the we flew to the Valley of the Shadow of Death. And we made it. How anyone else is going to get in here, I don't know. But you could use like daytime settings if you really wanted to. Park and brake on. Play some more scary music. There's people actually making this landing. This is off the hook. Any fireflies? We'll turn on nameplates. It's been a good one. Oh, there we go. Inbound. We can see nothing. Sean Legoman has made it to the ground. They're down. Godden is down. We had more out here. You can do it! They're actually doing it. We can't see much, but we know we're there. Somewhere. In the dark. The fireflies will never forgive me for this. Fly, my pretties, fly! Catbat Niner is inbound. There's Dangerous Brian. So for you guys already on the ground, some of you, just make sure you hit the escape key. Once there's kind of 3 or 4 lights on the ground, we should be okay. Uh-oh. Dougal McTavish is away. It's more of a meadow than an airstrip. We'll see you on the next one, Dougal. You take care. Many thanks. Look at that moon. NEP. Rye boy. So guys, if you turn on your name tags, you'll see that Warhamster is at the beginning of the runway. Catbat9 has made it. Awesome. It's like the extreme challenge mode. Well, I have to say, but the night was long and full of terrors. No more masks for this guy. Well, how'd you get on? It was good. Alright. Anyway. A big shout out and a huge thanks for everyone for joining me here this evening. That was fun. Annalisa says, do we have a name for him? I think it's going to be Loggy. And from this day he shall be known as Loggy. Jibbo Ireland does a fly past. Anyway. That was a whole lot of fun, guys. Well done to all of you. Jimmo says, take the mask off, mate. I saw you on the camera. And blast Mrs. Two-Tone. I'm looking at the screen. You can see me and I just saw this. Colonel Fork might be streaming some Division in an hour or so. Be sure to check out Colonel Fork 85's stream, my dudes. Colonel throw it up there in the chat. But yeah, look, a big thanks to everyone for joining in tonight. Huge thanks to all the new subscribers and followers. For everyone, all the pilots we had here in the Fireflies. The tremendous work from our moderator team. I thank you so very much. We'll see what the crack is for tomorrow evening. Might jump on and do a stream. It probably won't be Flight Simulator related. So we'll see how that one goes. But for sure, we'll definitely be back next Monday, Wednesday and Friday. You guys look after yourselves. Have a great Halloween weekend. I certainly got the pants scared off me. So until the next time, we'll be live on Discord after this stream if you guys want to ramble over. The invite has gone in, and we'll be checking out Colonel Fork's stream later on. So from Transylvania, good night all. And we'll see you on the next one. Good night, guys.
Traffic. Traffic.